Welcome to the Chairman's Report. I'm HCC Board Chair Marianne Perez. On today's show, we'll talk about the partnerships between the University of Houston and the Houston Independent School District. And with me to talk about those wonderful partnerships are two of my colleagues who serve on boards of their respective institutions. We have with us my two good friends, Juliet Stepecci, HISD District 8 Second Vice President, and Jarvis Hollingsworth, Secretary of the University of Houston System Board of Regents and partner in the Bracewell and Giuliani Law Firm. Welcome to the show. I appreciate both of you being with me here today.
Thank you for having us.
So let's talk about today the transition. We've got you here from K to 12. Then obviously they come on to the junior college, we hope. And they take 2 additional years, and then from there they transfer to University of Houston, whichever branch that may be. So let's talk about going from transition. Juliet, do you want to start?
Oh, yes, thank you. I just think that HISD has some innovative programs available to our students. We try to tell all our students that, they want to be able to follow their passions and dreams and become anything that they want to be. And oftentimes, many students may be confused about what route they want to go into. And the system can be very confusing to some folks. So to enable our students to have opportunities to have college experiences at the high school level, we've created a wonderful partnership with Houston Community College informing the early college high schools. And in District 8, we have East Early College, and I recently had the wonderful opportunity to go to the graduation, and it had approximately 100 students. About 77 of the students were able to get associate degrees through the Houston Community College system, and it just shows that having that opportunity available to our students in the community, that they're able to get that dual credit college experience and walk away from high school with an associate's degree already just places them at a tremendous advantage in terms of their future.
Oh, I agree. I think one of the best things of the early college is that these students go in, they come out with their associate's degree at the age of 18. So at the age of 20, it's a possibility to have your undergraduate degree at 20 years of age, right, which I think is such a big head start over everyone who there's no way they can get it without that 4-year. And then, of course, they'll move on from HCC, and we have a lot of programs where they can transition easily from HCC over to U of H. You want to talk about that?
Sure. Well, we obviously draw from many sources. We have those graduates who are coming directly out of high school. Then we have those students who may be transferring, and then we also have those who are coming out of the 2-year institutions, the community colleges and the junior colleges. Interestingly, the number of junior college and community college numbers are going up every year, so it's a bigger and bigger and more important part of our student body. So obviously ensuring that we have really qualified students coming out of the community college system is really important to us. So we're reaching down to have more impact at the junior college level. We're trying to create more pathways that are more seamless with respect to those students who are coming into a junior college or a community college and then coming into the University of Houston. Obviously student success is very important to us. So what we've tried to do is have more involvement at the community college level. What we find is that those students are more successful in 4-year institutions when they have more of a guided process through the junior college level. So what we have is a 2-and-2 program where we actually have joint admissions between the junior college and the University of Houston, so that a student, as they're planning their 4-year course of study, once they get to that 2-year mark, they're already prepared. They've already had the requisite courses that they need to be successful at the 4-year level. Many times what we found is without that joint counseling or advising role, a student would get to a 2-year level and then would not have the required courses to go directly and do a 4-year higher level institution program. So the 2+2 program makes it more seamless. We're more involved when they're at that 1 or 2-year level, and then once they graduate from HCC, then they're ready, they're prepared to go into a rigorous 4-year program.
One of the things, one of the questions I have for you is when they skip, HCC for that 2-year program and they go from the HISD with their associate's degree in the early college, is the transition pretty much the same, or have you found that when they go from HISD's early college over to U of H, have you found it to be seamless as well?
Well, I mean, I think success in college as well as in life, I think is always, somewhat a sense of maturity as well.
Sure.
And sometimes, I mean, we all have children, and each child is different, and not every child is prepared to go directly into a four-year institution at age 18. And so what we do find sometimes, to your point, is those students who have had 2 years of a community college education may be a little bit more mature. Right. They've spent a little bit more time away from home. And of course, at U of H, we're trying to create more of a residential environment. So we want those kids on the campus. They're more involved. They feel more in touch with the university. So I think we see success at both levels. I think those kids who come out of a 2-year institution sometimes are more mature and may not take as long to get integrated into the 4-year system.
Right. Because one thing that they noticed in HISD was there were some students that were taking some dual credit courses and AP courses, but they hadn't experienced what it was like going on to a college campus. And so the East Early College allows the students to see what it's like to actually be a student on a college campus, which is right next door. Right. And so it just facilitates that process. It develops their personality and skills.
That's a great point. Great point.